Hey, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism with Autism and Us. If you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism discussion sessions, this is open discussion. What this is all about is us learning, sharing, and supporting one another. And again, it's open discussion where we can talk about anything related to our loved ones or our own journeys on the spectrum. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment. And let me get the link up in here for Mr. Charles, mm, our co-host here. Let me see if I can get it in here. Um, hey Michelle. Hey Teresa, Cynthia. Hey, Spencer. My daughter is being tested for autism this month because her brother has it. And we have noticed a few things she does she does that could be autism. Okay, wonderful. At least you are getting it done early as you notice things. Hey, Danielle and Mr. Charles, I put the link up in there for you. And there he is.
Hey, Nita.
Linda Linda won't be joining us this evening. She's not feeling well. Um, but she will be back soon. Soon, you guys.
Yeah,
Um, I
I hope
hope,
she's feeling better soon.
yes, me too. I hope you all got a chance to check out today's Wrapping It Up for Autism Awareness Month with Camille Renee. The live is just below this one or somewhere on the timeline in the group or on our main page. Make sure you guys check it out. She has some valuable information to share. So that was a pretty good live. And we had several good lives this month. Mr. Charles did a live sharing his journey. We had Dinah and Nathaniel who did a live. We had Tanya sharing her journey with her son, Jonathan. We had Lorienda and Brandon. She shared a lot of great resources with us. Um, Am I forgetting somebody? Oh, we had Lizzie Teresa, which is Elizabeth Teresa now. Kate, she shared her journey on the spectrum as well as um, her awesome not opportunity, her business, her awesome businesses she has. So
I'll have to,
oh,
I'll
go
have to
ahead.
go back and check out hers as well as Lorienda's the other night, which
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't get the opportunity to watch, but I have to go back and watch the recordings.
yeah. So if you guys missed it, they are in the group or on the main page as recordings. Um, so watch at your leisure. So what's been going on, Mr. Charles? How have you been?
Oh, I've been doing fine. Cindy and I went to an assembly yesterday. First time in 3.5 years we've been able to go to one of these events in person. And so we enjoyed it, even though we drove there 2 hours each way in the rain. Cindy drove there, I drove back. But I'm Leslie or Kate. One thing that Kate raised the other night that really is bothering me is,
What's
you
that?
know, an employer going back and deciding to fire somebody because they said in their application that they were autistic.
Oh yeah.
And first of all, you know, it amazes me that an employer, would go back and fire somebody on the basis of
That's
information
against the
that they
law, though.
knew
It's
when
that's against the law.
the ADA should hire them. But besides the whole thing that disturbs me, the fact they would go back and and fire somebody on the basis of information they knew when they hired the person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, and see, see if you can get a lawyer. Because there should be a lawyer that can represent you and sue them because that, ADA should prevent that. But they're going back on the basis of something they knew when they hired you. It'd be another thing if you concealed it from them and then they found out about it and they fired you. You know, that I could kind of understand. All the ADA would probably even at that prohibit that, but you know, when they knew about it when they hired you, you know, it just to me it disturbs me because first of all, the hiring process, you know, costs some time, money, and resources for a company, and you know that they would go through the trouble of hiring somebody and then turn around and fire them for something they knew when they hired him. I don't know, you know, that unless it's a case of a new a new boss comes in and he says, I don't like the decisions the previous boss made, and so I'm going to, you know, review all of the previous boss's decisions, and if I don't like them, I'm undoing them.
Yeah, and then you would think if she was having trouble in the job that they would have to have someone help her, you know, with whatever it is. And yeah, because it's just outright discrimination. You would think they would have something in place to help,
Yeah,
you know. I'm sorry to hear that, Lizzie. I hope you are able to find something. And yeah, big ups to your mom. Yeah, we definitely don't want that to happen. Okay, is autism genetics? Because I have heard yes. I have heard no. If it is, kind of makes me wonder if my family has undiagnosed autism.
there definitely are genetic factors involved.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, that's well known. Temple Grandin documents that in her book. Uh, One interesting thing she says in her book too is that um, often, you know, you'll find that even when you don't have somebody else in the family who's known to be autistic, you'll have, like, if you have, you know, a lot of intellectuals on both sides, a lot of intellectual heavyweights on both sides of the family tree. That's another predisposing factor, and that's a factor I have. Um, um, Professors, doctors, so on both sides of the family tree. So, yeah,
Hmm.
authors.
Yeah. So yeah, I that's my belief too that it is genetics. Um, definitely. Um, you know, I'm sure, or other factors can play a role, possibly, but for the most part, genetics. Um, okay, it's isn't that discrimination, right? I would definitely get a lawyer. Hey, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Um,
Well, there,
can you find pro bono?
if you do a search for lawyers who specialize in ADA, you know, when it comes to a lawsuit like that, some of these lawyers will represent you with an agreement that they get a cut of the settlement or the judgment if they win the case, and they get nothing if they lose the case.
Right. So I would definitely do a search, Kate, because I'm sure you can find someone, especially if you were fired not once but twice for the same reason. Um, yeah, that just doesn't seem right. And Michelle says there are like 7 genes that can be affected. Jaden has a deletion on one, a duplication in another. Okay. I'm interested in getting it was suggested to me to get genetic testing done for DeAndre. I just haven't done it yet, but I'm interested in doing it.
Yeah, it's not that there's a single autism gene, but
Right.
you know there are
Yeah.
genetic factors.
Right.
And one
It's
thing that you know there's some controversy about is the disparity in autism diagnoses between boys and girls, and whether there are more females that are autistic than we know about. And my
Isn't it
inclination
because
is
of
to think that,
masking? They say
well,
females are better at masking their autism.
yeah, and I don't like the word masking for one thing. I
Okay.
don't use it. I don't like it. But
Okay.
besides that, I think maybe the truth lies somewhere in between. In between, the idea that an equal number of males and females are autistic, and the view that the count of 4-to-1 ratio is accurate. I think maybe the truth lies somewhere in between, and maybe too, it's the doctors are less inclined to diagnose it in girls because of the knowledge that it's primarily male affliction.
Okay. I emailed HR and said you left me with 30 days displacement or using me anymore. I asked to help, but we already, yeah. I'm so sorry about that,
Yeah,
Kate. Yeah. Well, hopefully you said your mom was trying to help you, and hopefully you need to get to the bottom of it and get a lawyer ASAP on the case. And
yeah, and get a lawyer who specializes in ADA, and you
yeah,
can Google that, because a lot of these lawyers, when they've got a good case, they'll do an agreement with you that they get paid, a cut of the judgment or settlement.
yeah, and if you were fired, you can get unemployment. So make sure you try that. Thank you, Pam. You definitely can get unemployment if you've been fired and not just walked off the job. But that's great information. Call 211 for help. But try the unemployment office. That can help tie you over until you can get something going for you, especially try and get an ADA like Mr. Charles suggested, someone that can help you, and Spencer suggested.
Yeah, I mean, it still blows my mind that a company would go back and
Yeah,
fire somebody on the basis of something they knew about the person when they hired him.
right. And they're not supposed to do that. That's definitely against the law. Definitely. I'm sorry. Okay, Stacy says gentle parenting and effective parenting. I've been seeing videos and therapist videos about those two on autism kids as well. Okay, yeah, I hear a lot about gentle parenting. I mean, I somewhat gentle parent every now and then, but I'm not sure what's the difference between gentle and effective parenting. Can you enlighten us, Stacy? What did they say? Is gentle parenting not effective? What are your thoughts, Mr. Charles, about gentle
Yeah,
parenting?
I guess it depends on how you define it. Effective parenting, basically, I would, I mean, there's probably a definition of that, but if it were up to me, I'd take it at face value. I'd say, you know, mm, you judge that on the results. How does the child turn out?
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's more like gentle parenting would be more towards a reward system instead of a punishment. Is it that type of thing? Spencer says, we have a gentleman at my job. He's autistic. I'm pretty sure he don't speak unless spoken to. Nicest man you could ever meet. Been with us about 3 years. one of the hardest workers. Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
well be.
Same at my job. We have a couple. Um, and just as sweet as they could be. Oh, okay. That's about the genetics. Yep. Call 211. I would try. I've called a few times, wouldn't help though. It said, although it said pro bono. They said they couldn't help.
Yeah. Well, you need a lawyer who specializes in ADA. Any old lawyer won't do because most lawyers don't specialize in ADA. And so I would Google ADA lawyer.
I think a lot of people go undiagnosed since it is a spectrum disorder.
I'm
Yes.
sure. You
Mm.
know,
So many
you
things
know,
to consider.
my daughter and I are both convinced, and my mom also believed that my brother is on the spectrum. He's never been diagnosed. My daughter and I are convinced that his ex-wife is also on the spectrum, and that my nephew, his son, is on the spectrum. But you know, but they haven't been diagnosed. Something, in fact, that I read in this group was what you know clued me in that Paul's ex-wife is autistic, and that was something I think it was in this group. But anyway, about someone who reacted sharply to something that was said, and but the person who said it had no idea that there could be a problem with it with this person, and then all of a sudden, it's of course it's the matter of perspective. It's a matter of the tendency of us on the spectrum to assume that everybody is operating with the same set of facts. And I've seen the way that Kenlin reacted to some things that different people said, including something my mom said once. And how could mom know that that would the opinion she was expressing was contrary to Kenlin's opinion and was offensive to Kenlin? But again, it's a matter of Kenlin, thinking that everybody's operating the same set of facts.
Mhm. Now, my granddaughter, she's 10 now. She just got diagnosed last year, November, matter of fact. Now, it was something that the family knew all along for years. I myself have been kind of pushing for the diagnosis, but the school and one of her doctors said it was just ADHD. She just had ADHD. There was no autism. And up until last year, when my daughter took her to a specialist, um, and finally got the autism diagnosis, and the school agreed. But before that, it wasn't autism. Now she would be considered, I'd say, a level 1 and 2. Um, she can communicate well. I mean, she has some, her little quirks about her, which we knew was autism, and kind of figured that out. But yeah, I guess you can say I have to agree because it's such a spectrum, you know. And even though it's sad, even though when the family is saying, we see it. Why can't you see it? Um, but yeah, she finally got her diagnosis. Um, Let me see. It's called the Stepping Stones Group. They place you into schools as a BT or RBT. Oh, is that the place that let you go? Stepping Stones. Pam says you can call legal aid and tell them about your case. Yep. Another good suggestion. Thank you, Pam. Great resources, Kate. Hey, Lorienda.
Hi, Lorianda.
What is gentle parenting? I don't know how to explain it. Um, but I would like, a better explanation of it because like I said, I'm sure I gentle parent myself at times. In Missouri, I think it was Stacy. Maybe she'll let us. Yeah, Stacy, if she'll let us know. In Missouri, get this, you would have a hard time suing them because Missouri is a right to work state. They don't have to give a reason. If it's really, even if they are outright discriminating against somebody with a disability, wow.
The problem is proving that they are discriminating
One
against
second,
you
you
because
guys.
the problem is proving that they are discriminating against you because of your disability. That's where the challenge is. But again, you know, uh, they can subpoena, company records, even communications via emails and texts among managers there. There might be enough evidence to prove it.
Okay. Pam says, pretty sure I am a gentle parent and I am perfectly fine with that. Yeah, I would like to know what is would even if you are a gentle parent, wouldn't it be effective though? I mean, in some cases. In some cases. Would they both work for kids with autism, she asked. Yeah, we're trying to see. Let me look it up. Gentle parenting. Okay, gentle parenting is an evidence based approach to raising happy, confident children. This parenting style is composed of four main elements: empathy, respect, understanding, and boundaries, and focuses on fostering the qualities you want in your child by being compassionate and enforcing consistent boundaries. Now, that's gentle parenting. So, effective parenting, we need to do a live on this now. I am really interested in the differences. Effective parenting is defined as the ability to interact and engage with children in such a way that they learn and grow into remarkable adults. Well, this is kind of confusing because um, basically, if you gentle parent, you can also be an effective parent, right? What do you guys think? Yeah, Michigan is a right to work state right now. Um, but I never heard of that. That's terrible. That's terrible. If they can just let people go because of a diagnosis. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's more of a like a reward system, but reading both of these, I mean, you could be a gentle parent and also be an effective parent. I mean, interaction with the kid. So, yeah, we'll have to find someone who is well versed on this. Kate says, yes and no, it's different reinforcements to work on negative behavior, like 1, 2, 3 method or positive redirection. Okay. So, positive redirection. Yeah, I'm still confused. 1, 2, 3 method or positive redirection. I'm an old school parent. Okay, Pam says, I remember. They seem to both show empathy and understanding, but I guess with effective parenting, they explain what behavior they did, get them to understand, but help the kid apologize without forcing it. So with the gentle parenting, it's really not um, explaining the why of their behavior, just getting just redirecting them in a positive way. This, you guys, would be an excellent discussion to have right here. Gentle versus effective, because now I am interested. Michelle says, let's remember people used to think of a child, if a child was acting up, was just a brat. Yes, yes, I've heard that too. Heard that crap for years. Yep, just a brat.
Yeah.
Gentle parenting is an evidence based approach to raising happy. Yep, that's what I just read here. So it's still confusing because the approach can still be effective parenting in my eyes. I think, I don't know. The ability to interact and engage with children in such a way that they learn and grow to be into remarkable adults. And that would be the effective parenting. But then again, you could be a gentle parent and still be an effective parent. Are they saying you're not effective being a gentle parent? How do you take that, Mr. Charles?
I don't know. I mean, with any parenting method, um, two problems here. One is, what works in one child doesn't necessarily work best in the next child. The other is that parents will apply it differently. No two parents will apply those techniques in the exact same manner. And so
Right,
one may apply them in a way that works, the other one may apply them in a way that doesn't work.
right, right.
That's why I'm suspicious of any parenting method that's held up as, this is this
Evidence
is the
based.
greatest thing in Swiss cheese. This will work for everybody. You know,
Michelle says it took us 4 years to get a diagnosis because he acted different at the doctor's office. I knew when he was 2. Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, and I guess that could be a problem too. I guess because the things my granddaughter did at home, there really wasn't enough time to do, you know, at the doctor's office, I guess. But I would always think the school, because the school has them like 8 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day, they would notice something. Okay. Yes, they let me go. They said the placement wasn't working, pulled me from the first day and told me to wait 30 days to see if they find another placement and then terminated me on Friday. When they
uh,
said when they said the placement wasn't working, did they offer you another position? Was it something that they felt you couldn't handle? It would only be right if they offered you, something that um, you were able to handle. Yeah, I am sorry that happened to you. Texas is the same way, right to work. Yep, you have to prove it. Okay. Almost impossible to prove. Wow. And in a right to work is almost impossible. That's a shame. That's a shame. So why do they even have that on the books? Like we do not discriminate or, why is it even there if they can do as they please anyway?
Yeah, because the problem is proving it, proving that they're not doing what they promised to not, or they're doing what they promised not to do.
All right. So they can just basically say this person was let go for other reasons, but not because they were disabled.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a case of prove it.
yeah. Wow. That's sad. You have to parent the way your child learns. Yes. Now I agree with that. You have to do what's best for you and your situation and your child's situation. What works best for you. Pam says, I was abused as a child, so my goal is for Ralph to be happy, loving, kind, and have empathy. Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear that, Pammy. They cannot let you go for a disability, but they can let you go because you don't fit in with the company. Wow. Wow.
But again, if the only basis for saying you don't fit in is information they knew when they hired you, then that raises all kinds of questions.
Right. So they knew exactly what was going on. Um, when they hired you, I'm wondering, did they sit down with you and asked you your strengths? Are they supposed to do that? Especially in a position like that, being a RBT or BT. Sorry guys, I had an emergency phone call a few minutes ago. I'm back. Welcome back, Lo. I had to explain to Brandon what he did wrong with autism or not. Okay. I have shared, whether he had autism or not. Okay, I got it now. I have shared all the videos that I have seen on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, I would still say I would have to agree. You have to do what works best in your situation and being a parent, you know. And of course, you don't want to abuse, as long as you're not abusing your child, that's something different, something totally different. But what works for you? But I still think that would be a great discussion, gentle versus effective. Well, I think my way of parenting has done good for my Brandon. I'm effective and treat him just like anyone else. Just he processed differently. Same here, Lorienda. Same here. Kate says, I had to wait 30 days to see if they could replace me somewhere else and didn't pay me. So they left you in limbo, basically. They kept you on the roll and didn't pay you. This is crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would definitely get a lawyer. Definitely. Absolutely discrimination if they said it was because of your disability. Yeah. If they outright told you that was the case. Now, so here's the thing. Did they come out and say it was because you had autism, or they just let you go? That would go back to you having to prove. It would be hard to prove if that was the reason. Yeah, you're right. Abuse is never okay. I'm so sorry you went through that, Pammy. Yes, and they did not, they threw me in with the AU unit, most aggressive, and the RBT left me unsupervised all day for 2 days. I was in a classroom, and then they said the next day it didn't work well because they wouldn't supervise or help with the treatment plan. They pulled me, and then the 30-day wait started. Okay, so the way I'm reading it, so they felt that you couldn't handle the situation they put you in. Is that what you're saying, Kate? Some people think good parenting means never disciplining a kid. Abuse is abuse, totally different from discipline. I take computer time away at times. Yeah, now I've done that. So that goes back to gentle parenting. So you just don't take anything away, right? Because I've definitely had to take um his tablet away, or turn off the TV or something. Some people think good parenting means, oh, we got, oh, BC, wrong one. When my mother-in-law having cancer, I thought my two boys were gonna get, sorry about that, Stacy. I'm sorry to hear that. We're going to start asking questions, and we're gonna want to know why grandma has no hair and why she's sick all the time. But I'm glad they're going with the flow and treating grandma the same. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm
Very
so
good.
sorry to
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah. Though they're understanding what the situation is.
Kate, usually initial consultations are free. You should consult an attorney. Yeah, definitely try, Kate. Definitely. Yeah, that's how I'm reading. Yeah, because I'm thinking the way she's saying it. Yes, but I was handling it better than the teacher and the three aides. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I would definitely see if you can get a consultation. Get in touch with, the ADA lawyer. Explain to them exactly what happened. I'm sure there's someone out there that can help, especially in that situation. Now, you said you were fired 2 times. This was your second time. What was the other job? Was it the same place? Nita, me and you are not considered good parenting because we take, oh, so that would be a good parenting would. Oh, the gentle parenting would let them keep it. Wow. Nope, I have to take that tablet away sometimes.
Yeah.
um, she says, Kate says, yes, the other job was also a school, not the same place. Now, what happened at that job? You let them know you had autism. Was it the same scenario? Yeah, that's terrible that happened. I don't know why I got my camera off. That's terrible that happened with you, Kate. Hopefully, that'll give you room to move on to bigger and better things. Um, this will be an opportunity for you to get your business going, um, get you motivated, you know? So you guys, DeAndre, I'm calling it a shift. So usually he has a routine sometimes, but in the evenings. But it seems like at a certain time he goes into this repeat mode. Now he does this anyway when he's focused on something, but it's like it's just nonstop. Like yesterday, didn't do it today, but yesterday it seemed like it lasted for hours. He was so focused. It was either what was he wanted something. I know one it was the the bag, and two it was something to eat. I don't know whether it was Wendy's or something, but it was like over and over. I sat down. He comes and he has this way of hitting you on the shoulder when he really wants something. Now imagine being done this all throughout the day. My shoulder is red. Now
Wow.
I could say I wasn't being a general parent right then. My nerves were rattled, and I'm being transparent. So I had to tell him, DeAndre, you have to stop, because he just kept going and going. And even when we tried, his sister even tried to redirect him, but he was so focused on these two things that no matter what we tried to do, if you did try to get him to do the introductions, he went into his introductions fine. Then he went right back to, I'm like, oh my goodness. So I don't know whether, and he's done this a couple times. It's like today he didn't do it. He'll probably do it again. That focus is just right there. So I don't know if this is a shift, hormone changes, or what. Um,
Yeah,
you think it's hormones, Mr.
it
Charles?
could be. It
Yeah.
could be.
Yep. Oh yeah, we are good parents. We are good parents. And it's okay to be upset, and some our nerves are going to be rattled sometime. It's okay. We're human. Um she says they said I was not fitting in due to my autism, moved me from the classroom to the library aide, and then they said they would keep me, and then May came and they decided it wasn't going to work and wouldn't re up my contract because they got rid of the library position. And this was the other job. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. So you have two jobs that were basically, and they knew you had autism. You would think that they would work with you um, in a position that you could, handle. It wouldn't be, stressful for you. The problem is if they did not say they let you go because of autism, it would be, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So if they didn't just come out and say, we're letting you go because of your autism, we're letting you go for this because you couldn't handle this, or, you weren't capable of fulfilling the job duties. So yeah, I would think. Um, Evening. I'm gonna say evening because it was like consistent. So, and I mean, my shoulders were hurting. Then you know how you try to ignore it, and if I ignore it, the more he like. Whew. They both said it was my. Oh, they just came out and said it was your autism.
Well, if they have it in writing that it was your autism, then then you got them right where you want them. But if internally they said they told you one story, but internally their memos all say something else, then that's another thing. But a lawyer really specialized in ABA can even get to the bottom of things and subpoena their internal emails and so on, and can prove that they said things that they're denying up front.
Right. I can't find a job to keep me because indeed it asks if you have a disability. Mr. Charles, you haven't had that problem?
No, but then again, when I was diagnosed, I was several years into the last job I had before I retired, so they already knew. And because I was working in a technical area where, let's face it, you have a fair number of people that that are on the spectrum, and that you suspect maybe it's not the same big deal that it would be otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, that's terrible, Kate. Brandon,
Also,
uh-oh. Go ahead.
I was in Virginia. I'm not sure. Virginia might have a right to work law too. However, the the corporate headquarters is in New York State, which definitely is not a right to work state.
Mm-hmm. Here's what I found. Wow. Brandon does it too. Usually it's changing. Okay. So I'm going to take it as the hormone shift. One thing that I have done new and different was allow but supervise my 8-year-old making his own ramen soup. He was over the moon about it. That's awesome. So he's been waiting to do it lately. That's awesome. It's a life skill. Yep, that is a life skill, definitely. Yeah, I can't get over Kate's situation, especially too. It just doesn't seem right. And especially if both jobs told you it was because of the autism, you have a case. You have a case. But please, Kate, look into unemployment, because if you are fired from a job, um, and I think you have to be on a job a certain amount of time, right? Mr. Charles, do you know? Anyone knows?
It varies from state to state.
Mm.
Texas, I know, is very stingy with its benefits for things, and I've read about that. So
Okay, and she's in Texas.
it
Mm.
varies from state to state. No, in Virginia, they tell you go to the unemployment office immediately as soon as you're let go. That's what they tell you there. But
6 weeks. Okay. So if you've been on either one of those jobs for 6 weeks at least, make sure you file. Stacy says been allowing them to experience and make mistakes and learning from them. Yeah. Yep. Because those mistakes will happen. I agree with Mr. Charles. She really have a case if they document it on a termination letter. Yeah. Did you get a letter? She says, I'll reach out again. I just need to figure out how to get our rent up to date so we're not homeless while we look for lower price rentals. Yeah. Hopefully, make sure you dial 211. Try that for resources. Also, make sure you try the churches in your area. Um, most churches will help immediately with rental assistance. Um, because we definitely don't want you to be homeless, Kate. Hey, Beth, had to work, so missed everything. Hope everyone is good. Understood. Understood. No, they never gave me anything, just emails. The job never gave, they gave you some sort of termination letter, I'm sure. something saying why they let you go. I bet that came late this evening too. Oh yeah, and the Red Cross. Red Cross is another resource. If anyone else has resources for Kate that will help her with the rent, 211 is one. Red Cross. Try the churches in your area. Um, I already did the Texas Rental Relief Program, denied us. Okay. That's what you guys just, oh, from the job. Yeah, yeah, Lorienda is right. That is documentation from what you said and from what they said. If they said it in an email, you got proof. There you have it. It's your birthday, Beth. Oh, I have to sing a special birthday song for you. I'm sorry, I missed your birthday. Happy birthday, Beth. Happy birthday. Yep, try the local autism groups. There are autism organizations. They possibly can help you with resources. Um, what is it? The DHS office, right? Is it DHS? Department of Human Services office. They can possibly help you. Yes, happy birthday, Beth. I am so sorry I missed saying happy birthday. Happy birthday. And you had to work today. I know that sucks. Well, I hope you get to enjoy the rest of it. Have something special planned during the week. Uh, yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can find some organizations in your area for you, Kate, that can possibly help. But make sure you get started, especially 211. They should know all the resources in your area for help. Yeah, the local DHS office. Mhm. Yeah. Okay, everybody, we are down to our last 5 minutes. So if anybody would like to come up um, and say a few words, if you have a business or something you like to share, um, if you want to say some quick words, inspirational words, motivational words, you are more than welcome to come on up. But if you have your own business organization, you're selling a book, a shirt, trinkets, and you'd like to share with our community, come on up. You are more than welcome. We'll do a call 211. All the churches require an application wait. It's 3 to 6 months. I would do it. I would do it. No matter what the wait is, put it in. At least you know you got it in. And that would be proof if the eviction, you had to go to court. How far are you in the eviction process? Have you even been to court yet? Because that would be proof that you are doing something um, to get up to date. Yes, my fundraiser for my birthday for autism. Oh, you did a fun. Oh,
All
thank
right.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. So if you guys see Beth's fundraiser, all proceeds go to help um, our care boxes and our upcoming event that's coming up real soon, October 1st. So save the date if you are in the Metro Detroit area. We are putting on a live event. Okay. Yeah, isn't that awesome, Lorienda? She says she got 2 letters.
Okay.
I got
Hi,
finishings.
Kate.
Love you all. You too, Pam. Thank you for sharing some resources.
So, Nita, I figured it was easier that I pop on the back and forth, but we've gotten 2 demand letters for like payment, and the place that we're living at, they had like a 3 month help program. We applied for that. They paid like $3,000 towards them. All we're outstanding right now is 1,500 towards this month, and now May is up due. So we're back at the beginning where it's going to be like 4,000.
Mhm.
And that's where I'm trying to figure out what to do because we've gotten 2 demand letters for payment.
Take those demand letters to your church. Are you a member of a church?
No.
Even the churches that's in your neighborhood. That's what they're there for. Take
Okay.
those letters to the church and tell them you need help. Um,
Okay.
especially if you have churches that are known for doing community services, it's like around here, um, you can request help.
Okay.
There should be someone you could talk to. Try the Red Cross. Michelle mentioned the Red Cross. Call your local Red Cross. Call autism organizations that do that, that help uh, keep you in your home. I'm sure is assistance for that. Try your DHS office. Have you tried the DHS office?
No.
Make sure you try the DHS office.
Okay.
If anyone else around here has any resources for Kate, please reach out to her. Have a great week, everyone. Please carve out some time to love yourself. Yes, definitely,
You too,
Danielle.
Yes,
Danielle.
Daniela.
I'm waiting on the next email for the baseball. So I think I got the theme where they said they had to rearrange the kids, Danielle, but we are looking forward to it.
That's awesome.
Beth says, what about Act for Disability in Michigan? It's Michigan Disability Act. So yeah, check that out.
Okay.
Texas Act for Disability. Um,
I can look it up.
yeah, thank you, Beth. So make sure if anyone has any resources for Kate, um, reach out to her. We do. We don't want to see you out of your home, but take those demand letters and take them with you wherever you are requesting help from. And the DHS office should be able to offer you assistance. Um,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, because I've done a lot of like looking already, and I'm not finding anything. I've been on Google. I've been on everywhere.
okay.
Crazy.
Lorienda says, try the church you did volunteer. Yeah, there you go. You did a
Oh
volunteer.
yeah, I could try them. That yeah, I could try that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I could do that.
Download. Okay, Team Snap app. Okay, wait, let me write that down because you know I'll forget it. Let me write that down right now. Team Snap. And then I would not be able to find a pen. Let me type it in here so I won't forget when I log off. Team Snap. Team Snap app. Okay. Okay. Yep. Emergency DSHS. Yep. Yeah, you got your letters. They go by income, or they'll probably ask you for your income, but they should be able to help you.
Okay, I'll
I
try them and
cannot
see.
trust you.
I'm
Uh,
looking up right now, but I'm still finding the same ones I've already went through, and they couldn't help with anything. So I'm
okay.
looking.
Yeah.
Especially with being pregnant, you should get help.
I know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely should get help. How's the baby?
Good. Everything's good. I'm a little stressed out because I've been, getting sick so easily, but I'm doing the best I can to hang on. It's been tough, not gonna lie. It's been really. I keep getting like walking pneumonia. I'll get over it for
Ooh.
several weeks, and then I get bronchitis. Get over that, then I get croup. Then I
That's
get another sinus infection. Like it's nonstop, and it will not go away. So I'm trying to get over all this junk that's in my lungs again.
mhm. How about HUD in your area?
How about HUD in your area? What's HUD? I have no idea what that means. HUD.
Housing from urban development, something like that.
The HUD,
Yeah,
HUD, HUD. Yeah.
yeah. It's urban.
Not. Oh, contact HUD of Texas. I see. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, they should be able to help too.
Okay.
DHS can help with Medicaid and food because you're pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You're pregnant. You can get WIC. Are you getting WIC?
Not yet. I've applied, but I'm waiting.
Yep. Is there a woman and children's center or pregnancy center sometimes somewhere that can help? Sometimes they help.
Not that I know, but I'll look it up. I will definitely look.
Yeah, and those organizations, I agree with that, Lorienda. Uh,
Yep.
the church that you did, or
Yeah.
the other organizations that you participated in this
Yep.
year.
I can ask.
Yeah, make sure you ask them.
Okay. I'll reach out to them and send emails and see what I can do.
Yeah, because if they can't help you, I'm sure they can. They have resources, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
housing, urban development. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Danielle.
I got it. I'm gonna call them on Monday and see what we can do.
Okay, so everybody, thank you guys. Y'all
Thank
know
you,
I gotta
guys.
get off and go get me something to eat.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm hungry.
So
And
yeah, I'll reach out. Last time they said they didn't have any money to help or any resources, so I'll try again.
okay, so
Yeah.
thank you,
Yeah.
Miss.
There's got to be somebody that can help you, Kate.
Gotta
Yeah,
be. I'm just stressing myself out trying to figure it out.
don't stress yourself out. Get hubby to do some footwork for you.
Well, those two freaking letters are scaring me because they're like, you have 3 days to leave, or we can like lock you out of the house. I'm like, you can't do that.
You too, Beth.
So,
Have a great week, everyone. You too, Beth. Yep, prayers going.
thank you, Miranda. We
Get
love
on the
you.
phone. Get on the phone and get hubby to do some footwork too. Both of y'all working together.
He never does. I do it all. I do it all. That's
Healthy thoughts your way, Kate.
thank you.
All right, everybody. Until next time. And again, if you guys
Okay.
know of any resources for Kate, make sure you reach out to her via her messenger.
Thank you, Beth.
And I will see you guys again real soon.
See you,
All
Anita.
right.
Bye,
Good night,
Charles.
And
everybody.
I'm about to download Team Snap. All
Good
right.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.